Tentative Connection, we can win. We could play Tentative Connection on his Ghidorah. He has no creatures with reach, as long as he doesn't play a Grazer here. That's our out, right? We have an out. That's it. Until he pulls a Endrace Forerunner. Know what I mean? There it is! Why do I gotta always say stuff like that? Ugh. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game, the best Magic the Gathering arena channel for beginners and free-to-play individuals alike. As always, we are going to take a look at our deck list, break down the deck strategy, then get into our gameplay footage where we can showcase and break down plays within the meta, and then we come full circle with our closing thoughts. Today, we are playing an upgraded version of Menace. Yesterday, we took a look at free-to-play Menace. If you're interested in any other of our free-to-play decks, be sure to check out our Beginner's Handbook, link in the description below. If you find any value within this video, it would be awesome if you could give me a thumbs up and share it to any of your friends that you think might find it interesting as well. Let's get right into it though. Our deck starts out with 4 1-drops. Dread Malkin. This is a 1/1 with Menace. We can pay 3, sacrifice another creature or planeswalker, put 2 1/1 counters on Dread Malkin. So that's really nice that we're able to buff a Menace creature. Moving on to our 2-drops, we have 4 copies of Priest of the Forgotten Gods. This is a 1/2, which we can tap, sacrifice 2 other creatures, any number target of players each lose 2 life, and sacrifice a creature. You add 2 black mana and draw a card. So that's a lot of value hidden within that card. 2 copies of Dreadhorde Butcher, a 1/1 with haste. Whenever Dreadhorde Butcher deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, put a 1/1 counter on Dreadhorde Butcher. When Dreadhorde Butcher dies, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. 4 copies of Labyrinth Raptor, my favorite card in the deck, a 2/2 with Menace. Whenever a creature you control with Menace becomes blocked, defending player sacrifices a creature blocking it. We can pay a black and a red mana source. Creatures you control with Menace get +1/+0 until the end of turn. So that's a great way to ramp our mana creatures as well. 4 copies of Stormfist Crusader. This is a 2/2 with Menace. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws a card and loses 1 life. Moving on to our 3-drops. 3 copies of Call of the Death Dweller. This is a sorcery card. Return up to 2 target creature cards with total converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a Death Touch counter on either of them, then put a Menace counter on either of them. So that's pretty awesome, especially to bring our Dreadhorde Butcher back. 4 copies of Sonorous Howlbonder, a 2/2 with Menace. Each creature you control with Menace can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures, which is awesome. 4 copies of Hunted Nightmare, another one of my favorite cards in this deck. Menace, a 4/5. When Hunted Nightmare enters the battlefield, target opponent puts a Death Touch counter on target creature they control. 3 copies of Grim Dancer. This is a 3/3. Grim Dancer enters the battlefield with your choice of 2 different counters from among Menace, Death Touch, and Lifelink. Moving on to our 4-drops. This spell costs 3 less to cast, so it could potentially be a 1-drop. It's Tentative Connection. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste until end of turn. The whole deck consists of Menace creatures, so ideally it costs us only 1, but it could potentially cost us 4. Moving on to our 5-drops, we have a single copy of Massacre Girl, a 4/4 with Menace. When Massacre Girl enters the battlefield, each other creature gets -1/-1 until the end of turn. Whenever a creature dies this turn, each creature other than Massacre Girl gets -1/-1 until end of turn. So this is a stacking ability. So it's a nice way to ride the ladder up and clean the whole field, right? If you can kill a creature with 1 toughness, 2 toughness, 3 toughness, 4 toughness, 5 toughness, you just kill them all, right? We also have 1 copy of God Eternal Bontu. This is a 5/6 with Menace. When God Eternal Bontu enters the battlefield, sacrifice any number of other permanents, then draw that many cards. When God Eternal Bontu dies or is put into exile from the battlefield, you may put it into its owner's library, 3rd from the top. These spells are accompanied by 11 swamps, 7 mountains, and 4 blood crypts. Woo! Let's talk about the deck strategy before we get into today's gameplay footage. The strategy is very similar to yesterday's free-to-play Menace version. If you've not seen that, I recommend you start there. Watch that deck so you know what your base build is going to look like, and then you can begin incorporating some of these mythics and rares into your deck. The strategy does remain the same though, so we're going to recap. Menace, hit your opponent. It's an aggro deck, right? I'm just kidding. It's more complicated than that. We're going to start with our ideal draw hand, right? I love to have a perfect mana curve, which consists of a 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, and then at least 2 lands consisting of 1 of each color. That's going to be perfect. And then the cards I like to see, our 1-drop is a Dread Malkin. Our favorite 2-drop is Priest of the Forgotten Gods early game. Later on in the game, I really like to see Labyrinth Raptor or our Stormfist Crusader. In all honesty, I'll take any of our 2-drops. I was going to say maybe not the Butcher, use that as a late game card, but in all honesty, if you can get that out uncontended and have it click up, he might just win you the game all on his own. So I like to see any of our 2-drops. Obviously, Labyrinth Raptor is very high up in our priority to keep alive, so we don't always play it first because our opponents normally have removal, so we kind of hide it away. We'll play some other fodder, have them die, and then play our Raptor and go in with our main strategy. Stormfist Crusader is a great draw engine, and he has Menace. Plus, he does chip damage, so it fits perfectly within the deck. Where the deck really shines, you guys, is having a Priest of the Forgotten Gods on the battlefield, having Menace in play, using Tentative Connection to take your opponent's creature, doing a big attack, and then sacrificing his creature with your priest to deal more damage to him, to draw a card, gain more mana, play more creatures. It's pretty gross. Hunted Nightmare, we love to play this as a priority card, especially if he doesn't have a creature in play, because he's going to be able to put Death Touch on a creature, which doesn't actually affect us too negatively because the majority of our deck has Menace, so he'd be unable to block us anyways, right? Especially when we combined our Menace with our Howlbonder, so now instead of needing 2 blockers per Menace creature, he needs 3 blockers per Menace creature. And then did I mention, if you stack Labyrinth Raptor, he has to sacrifice a creature for each Labyrinth Raptor you have in play. If you have 2 Labyrinth Raptors and he triple blocks your Menace creature, he's like, oh, he'll sacrifice 1 and then the 2 will kill him. No. He's going to have to sacrifice 2 creatures and then the single block will still take place. So that's really, really quite cool. Stack your Labyrinth Raptors, you guys. It's a great card. A lot of the deck is pretty jank, but at a certain point, you got to build around the meta and do what you can to still kind of be on the edge of it, making these weird tier 3 decks. It works pretty good. The free-to-play version worked pretty good as well. They're a little different. And a quick heads up, we did make some changes on the fly. In the first few matches, we had Knight of the Ebon Legion in the deck. We took this out and we added Dreadhorde Butcher, we added Priest of the Forgotten Gods, and we took 2 lands out. So we took the 4 Knights out for the 4 Priests. We dropped 2 lands for the 2 Butchers, and it seemed to work a lot better after that. So if you see me playing Knight of the Ebon Legion, don't worry. It was just a Dreadhorde Butcher prematurely played. I think the deck is a lot stronger after the edits, and I had to do it, but I didn't want to really toss the gameplay footage from beforehand for you guys, just so you could see the before and after, a little bit of contrast. With that all being said, you guys, I'm live on Twitch every single morning, 6 a.m. PST. I'd love your company. And we have daily uploads on YouTube. Obviously, you know that. You're watching one now. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend, hit the bell icon so you're notified of all of our other future uploads. If you have any questions about this deck or you just want to talk to me and my community in general, we have over 1,000 people all the way from the skill level of beginners into top mythic players. So it's a great way to get advice on your current situation if you need it, or just to share your experience with a game that we all love. With that all being said, you guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate your continued time and support. Now let's get into today's gameplay footage. Make sure to watch to the end because we're going to come back with our closing thoughts. So we'll see you in a little bit. I think this hand's fine, in all honesty. It's pretty land heavy, but 1 drop and then 2 pretty nice 3 drops. Let's see how we can make out with it. Our opponent is playing Yoron, the Sky Nomad, and is already roping us. The match hasn't even started. Oh, come on. Why you do this? Do we want to big brain this match right out of the gate and just force him into a timer battle? We had some weird draw hands yesterday with our free-to-play version, so I'm not even too scared to take this hand, right? Our opponent's timer is still going. All right, I mean, hands off. Lethero, really, thank you for that subprime. I really appreciate that, bro. If anybody on the YouTube channel here wants to check us out, we're live every single day on Twitch. You can come hang out with me and Lethero. All hail the Twitch Prime sub. That's how you get auto wins. A pretty slow hand. I think we're going to mulligan it. Yes, this is what I want to see in my opening hand. Knight of the Ebon Legion, Labyrinth Raptor, Hunted Nightmare. Oh yeah. Massacre Girl can go for now. Let's pay life for our knight. If only he had Menace. No, that would be deadly. Cycling, go away. I ain't got time for your cycling. If we can pull some sort of sacrifice effect, I would be quite happy too. We can... I don't want to put the Nightmare out until the turn before I kill him with Tentative Connection. Because if we can't pull a sacrifice effect with, or to use with our Tentative Connection, that means we need to hit for lethal on the turn that we use it. Because we don't want to give him his creature back. And now he's just played a second. Ooh. Don't stare, mate. He should have put it on a Stinger and he could have blocked our Knight of the Ebon Legion. Down to 10. This is actually pretty good. As long as we don't get smashed in this turn. Only 3 in his grave though, so... If he taps his healer, that's going to be ideal. Shoot, he didn't. He has 13. We could hit for 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. That's not enough. We have no way to sacrifice. Well, we do with our cat, actually. So let's chill. And we can use, hopefully, if we draw a land, or sacrifice another creature, put 2 counters on it. We have Menace, so he can double block and then have to sack something, and the other would die too. And because we're not going to be playing anything here, I think we just buff our Menace creatures. Right, we get a little extra damage in. Down to 10, he's got 5 in his graveyard. We're not seeing a Zenith Flare this turn. Plays another healer. Why didn't he do that first? Or he must have drawn it. Okay, he's just to 8. We didn't pull our land. We could hit for 1, 2, 6, 7. Shoot, we're 1 damage short. No, we're not. Yes, we are. No, we're not. We've got this. I'm pretty sure that's it. Does anybody like math? So he's going to block our 4 and the 2. Oh, yeah, no, we did that wrong. That's on us. Whoops. Oof. I think, right? Because he blocks our 4, and he blocks the 2, so we hit for 3. Oh, no, we've got that. That's game. I don't like math. Do you guys? Just, like, get close and throw your darts. This hand, normally, I would love if we had a mountain, but I can't rely on pulling a mountain, so we have to toss it, sadly. I love Labyrinth Raptor and I love Stormfist Crusader, but are you joking me? This is ridiculous. Okay. I'm the worst at shuffling my deck, you guys. I have the worst shuffles. Like the other day, we had like a poker hand with our Is It deck, and then we had another poker hand with our Gruul Trample deck. It's just, it's too much some days. I don't mind the trade, I don't think. Having a green deck not be able to ramp is almost beneficial. And our opponent says, well, it's just 1 damage, so it doesn't matter. Four mana. Okay, Destiny Spinner, it's something. This is a weird deck I'm unfamiliar with. Is this gonna be Selesnya enchantments? When we can combine our Hunted Nightmare with our Howlbonder, we can actually do really cool things. Especially if we can get our Raptor in play. Destiny Spinner now has Death Touch, so that becomes more of like a blocking creature in my opinion. Right? Because I'll let him take 2 damage all day. Like, he can deal 2 damage to me, that's fine. Gains a bunch of life there. Let's go all in. We're faking him with the knight. Now we have to actually act on it. That's fine. Right? He gets the token anyways because of the nightmare. Debating whether we played the Haunted Nightmare first and didn't attack with the knight, or attacked with the knight, faked the pump up. And he just destroys it anyways. He's really gonna wish he kept that at 3. 14 life. We could still do this somehow. It doesn't matter because he can't block it anyways, so we can play it first. Destiny Spinner could make lands if he has enchantments, but Destiny Spinner's the only enchantment here right now. And he keeps attacking with them, which is fine. We're doing double the damage he is. He's going to play a second creature thinking he can block, but then we're going to play our Bonder, and that's going to shut that down, right? Oh, no. We have mana to play both. GG. RIP. That's incredible. He's got to do something this turn to kill us. I'm so grateful that we're playing a non-meta deck to showcase our deck. Absolutely perfect. So we're getting hit for 4, 6, 9. That makes me uncomfortable. Does it make you guys uncomfortable? What if he has, like, battle tactics or something? I don't know. So we have to block like he does. And that's game. Hand actually looks fine. Opponent goes first. Mostly I take any hand with Stormfist Crusader, right? And then we can work into a Massacre Girl, call our Crusader back. Huh? If we can get that far. That seems like a pretty long con, but we should do our best with that. Pulling land is actually our best case scenario. For a couple turns, we do need a secondary swamp as well. Interesting. We're going to be powering up this guy. I do not like the idea of this. Steamkin scares me. Oh, 2 Steamkins. What's going on here? Ooh, that's not a swamp. That's not a swamp. I mean, we did pull a land, so as long as we continue to pull land, specifically a swamp, this won't be bad. We're just working into a Massacre Girl. Yeah, this is gonna be gross. Why is he using the Triome? I'm intrigued, honestly. It just feels mono-red. It doesn't feel mono-red, it is mono-red. What is happening to us? That's the biggest juke of best of one I've ever seen. Playing a Triome into a mono-red after. That's a big flex skipping turn one as mono-red. You gotta be confident. Hits him with the Rimmy. Oh, yeah. Wow. We just got straight up monoed. Just a casual 10-4 Steamkin. Now he's gonna dump his mana. This is incredible. He can literally play every single card. Wow. What a draw from this guy, right? It was absolutely perfect. Oh my god. And we're a turn away from playing our Massacre Girl to do anything about it. That would be cool if we could combat it, but he's got us dead to rights. We're super duper dead. It makes me so sad. LOL. Ugh. Let's let him do his thing. I would like to see an Embercleave. You know what I mean? An Annex. That's not an Embercleave. Haste it, then puts Embercleave on it somehow with cards that he doesn't, you know, have. Makes sense. You gotta let our boy do his thing though, right? How often do you get to wow out like this on someone? Absolutely incredible. I mean, hand is fine, except for the land. Again, we're having trouble figuring that out. We'll have to mulligan this. That's fine, though. Right? I really, really like Stormfist Crusader. Stormfist Crusader and Labyrinth Raptor are almost snap keeps for me, but if we can't play them, what good are they? This is better. Let's toss one of our cats. Two Knights of the Ebon Legion as well. This is interesting. I'm hoping he misses a Paradise Druid, right? That's going to be our best chance here. I struggle playing against the Mutate deck, right? Labyrinth Raptor will be our only hope. Again, hopefully he just draws more big things that he can't play and he locks on lands. I also hope he attacks with that. That'd be cool instead of tapping it. So he's gonna get Death Touch, but he's not gonna use it, right? He gets to use Growth Spiral on a stick with Parcel Beast. That's so good. Make sure you're tapping your Parcel Beasts on your opponent's end step. Keep 1 mana up for it. As long as we can avoid Sterix, right? Oh, and Ghidorah. Both of them. LOL. Even if he keeps all his ducks in one pile. Oh, he got a Parcel Beast, though. Right. So, we want our Bonder now, is what we want. Or we just force play our Raptor and only attack with Menace. That's probably what we do. If only it had Death Touch, not just Menace. And it would be cool also if the damage got dealt before the block, right? Because now he's just going to mutate wider again. So it's a bad attack. I don't know what else we're supposed to do, right? He's just going to go wider and wider and wider and wider, and we can't deal with it. Ugh! Cry. Right? So now both Ghidorah and Hysteric's trigger. Could be worse. It could still be worse. Hopefully that's his turn. I guess he could play his Umori by tapping his Druid. No, more mutations. Good game. Cry. We had better luck with our free-to-play version almost, right, you guys? Oh my lord. Ugh. Why you do this? Land? Awesome! That's exactly what I wanted. This is still a game somehow. I don't even know. What is life? We can activate our Dread Malkin by sacrificing our knights, and we can also activate our Labyrinth Raptor. So we can put our Malkin up to 3/4, right? Too bad we didn't have our other mountain in. We could have double pumped it. I thought it was sacrifice 2 creatures for some reason. It would be cool if we could bump our knight here too. It's like we get close, but falling a little short. Right, he's gonna go even wider. This turn's gonna be disgusting. You can see the Sterix in his hands, right? Ugh. If we could draw Tentative Connection, we can win. We could play Tentative Connection on his Ghidorah. He has no creatures with reach, as long as he doesn't play a Grazer here. That's our out, right? We have an out. That's it. Until he pulls a End-Race Forerunner. Know what I mean? There it is! Why do I gotta always say stuff like that? Ugh. Cry. And then there's a Grazer too. And a secondary Forerunner. Woo! God dang it. Just send him in the kitchen, Billy. Hit him with the hammer. Oh, there goes our out. It would be cool if we could, like, you know how you play real Magic and you're like, oh, I wonder what I would have drawn next turn. Let me take a look. It would be cool if you could still do that. Ouch. I'm going to allow it. Normally, not a great hand. 2 Tentative Connections without an effect, like a sack effect to really cash in on them, but let's just try our best. We can pull a Raptor here. I know. Even pulling a Raptor on our next draw would be ideal. Or another Knight, right? The Stormfish Crusader could be cool. Don't you dare shock me. That's shocking. That makes me so sad. And a Footlight Fiend as well, interesting. Looking for a secondary swamp. An Ember Hauler. This guy's going for direct damage. Ugh. This is a hard sitch. You know what I mean? Is he just gonna kill it anyways? Maybe I should have just blocked it. And another Tentative Connection that we can't use anything on. Cry. What are the chances? You know what I mean? Oh my god. I'm hoping maybe we can spaz out with these tentative connections and play all three at once. I mean, we're only getting an extra 4 damage out of it. So we're gonna need a little extra juice somehow to get us there. I mean, yeah. If we can pull an oven, that would be ideal. Ooh. No way. We're getting wrecked today. Ouch. Let's go back to the free-to-play version, am I right? That is aggressive. I cry myself to sleep. Trying our best just to hold in. We do have the rare triple connection. We could make it work. If he plays another big baddie, it could work, right? We hit for 4, 8. No, Judith will buff our other guy up as well. No, quit removing our creatures. Play more of your own creatures. Damn it. Play another creature, bruh. So we lose here anyways. And we don't have enough to finish him. We'll hit for 9, 10, 11 only. This is so sad. I guess let's show him that we could have done it. Rope him, right? That would be our best bet of winning this match. But I won't do it. I'll just let him beat us. It's a hard knock life today. Okay, we made a couple laterals in our deck. We swapped out our Knight of the Ebon Legion for Dreadhorde Butcher. And we added Priest of the Forgotten Gods for more sacrifice effect. We dropped lands for that. So, the deck is more tuned than it previously was. I think it should be better. Dreadhorde Butcher gets the nod because it's chip damage, and then eventually we can bring it back from the graveyard, right? So, and then when we do bring it back, it gets Menace and or Death Touch, so that's quite nice. He's going all, and that's totally fine with me. I'm just gonna get the early counter out. Worst case scenario, he crushes it, and then we kill his Dodger. Hopefully, if he removes it, he does it before his attack. It misses out on the point of damage. Doesn't look like it, though. Okay, let's stage for shock. Ouch. Don't you dare. Play your knight. Play the knight. Don't shock. Whatever. Be cool if I could shock the knight from his hand. Let's get our Nightmare out right now, because there's no Death Touch for him to give to anything, right? He doesn't have a creature, So that's perfecto. I don't know how he's getting through a 4-5. It's gonna be a while until he hits his Obosh, right? Hopefully he whiffs on land. Let's get our sack effect in play. Stormfist Crusader as well, please. That's going to be our draw engine, but his as well, so could burn us. However, with our newly trimmed land, I think we're going to be okay, right? I believe we took out 2 lands, down from 24 to 22. Increases the chances of us drawing a non-land permanent. Good game. And it feels so much stronger already. We're going to keep this just on curve principle, right? 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop. We really like that. Let's sort our hand here. Do you guys remember when it was auto sorting your hands to the right side? And it's like, no, I put my lands on the left, sir. Like, I know it's like Jewish people will read right to left, bottom up. But we read left to right. So it's like, I wonder who's making that code, LOL. There's so much outlash though, just because the majority of people, I'm almost positive, are always sorting their lands to the left. We'll probably play untapped and just play our Hunted Nightmare, especially if he doesn't play a creature here. That's great. That's great. Right, uncontended. Look at their points of damage in. We should have been smarter. He could have had like a flash creature there, like whatever that fox is. It's like a 2/2, and then whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you can pay X to add a counter to it or something. What is that thing's name? It's a 2/2 green creature with flash. And it has reach. So very good. We have Sultai here, though. That's something. Let's push it. I don't think he's going to block. Right? Deathtouch Menace. We don't need life gain right now. We're all set in that category. Land can come in tapped. So he needs to hit us with a Ritual of Soot, Cry of the Carnarium. A Prime Speaker. Interesting. So we probably just want to hit with the Bonder. Just spazzing out. Good game. Opponent goes first. I'm going to toss this. Look for a Raptor or more land. This is brutal. Like, we are having such poor luck with this land. We should have kept the first hand based on having the land alone, right? At least it was playable. This is absolutely ludicrous. Ouch. Right, now we're stuck with this weird hand without any cards in it. We could have had a Priest of the Forgotten Gods, you guys. We're such scrubs. Should have tossed a land because we did pull another, but I didn't want to get stuck without playing our cats. Hopefully we get a 2-drop here. Big Money Raptor, Big Money Raptor, Big Money Raptor. Let's set a stop. We can do a quick prayer. This isn't good. There's a prayer. That's not the card we wanted. Should have played our Blood Crypt there. I'm just angry I can't make rational decisions. This cat? This is a different cat, bro. I don't think this is the cat you hate. Dread Malkin with Menace. Or you're talking of the Hunted Nightmare. Which should be a cat as well, right? We should be able to make cat tribal out of this. That thing is nasty. A 0-2 with Death Touch is fine with us, so let's progress that way. His Teferi is gonna suck actually though. I just seen that he has that. So but even our Stormfist Crusade, it wouldn't have mattered. I also thought this was oh, he exiled the instant speed to create a 1/1. That's really cool. Yeah, it is only one creature though still, so it can't protect him from Menace.
Wait a moment.
He can bounce our Nightmare though, which is sad for me. Killing his Narset, that's good for me. Right? We have Stormfist Crusader. If he only knew that we had Stormfist, he could keep Narset and we'd just deal damage to ourselves and he would get to draw. Right? That would be sad. Yeah, we get the kill onto Fairy here at least. I don't think he's got a lot of tokens.
You just let me know if you're up for round
2. 1 damage is fine, honestly. Cry. We should have went Nightmare. Let's get this in play while there's no creatures. And I guess force him into needing a secondary Shatter. It's a good recovery. I would have... Oh, no! Who does that? Another really good recovery. If he has 3 Shatter the Skies in a row, I'm gonna lose my mind. Don't you dare. Come on. Scries to the top, too. Oh, no. Wow. Okay, Tomeo. And he's gonna just take a Shatter from his graveyard, isn't he?
Make an excellent informant for
Yeah, he's gonna pull a Shatter right from his grave. God damn it.
the past is never
This
forgotten.
is still a match somehow. Ending our turn.
Outcome.
Ouch. He wastes his whole turn on a Shatter, I hope. That's the 3rd Shatter we've seen. Alright. We've recovered again. This is disgusting. Why you do this? Oh my god. He's gonna bring his Tomeo back, which is just gonna bring a Shatter the Sky back. Why? We'll hit for 5. We have to go for it. We can't hold out. I should have played it first and bumped Grim Dancer. We just missed out on damage. On 2 damage we missed out on. Shit. Don't you dare. Oh, and he's still got mana for his next consecutive shatter run. So that's a cool game plan. You just play, all you need to do is play Bant Ramp with Timaeus, Shatter the Sky, and Elspeth Conquers Deaths. Oh, I love it. Land, baby. Now, what's his win condition, right? Because it obviously doesn't exist here. Have we seen anything in the grave? Hopefully he pulls it. No, he's just like... Really? Seems inefficient. Maybe would have played Narset first and just looked for one organically. Yeah, this guy has, I guarantee you, no win conditions. Brutal. We have 38 control cards to swim through, plus unlimited graveyard cycle. Oh, planar cleansing. Nice. He won't use that though. LOL. Should we? Oh, okay. He's got a Krasis. He's got a Krasis. Okay, okay. There's a win condition there. What if he plays his Krasis as a huge creature? We pull a tentative connection and we take his Krasis for the win. Uh-oh. Well, he gains so much life for it is the thing. Ouch. So he's gonna just Elspeth our Haunted Nightmare. Take us to Fairy back, bounce our Priest, and hit us for 8. So just absolute 100% complete control here. I would... So he didn't do what we thought. That's kind of weird. He's just so obsessed with Timaeus.
I have learned much from my ancestors.
That's fine. His other play was way better. Maybe now he just shatters. Okay, here's Teferi. Organic Teferi. That's why he didn't do it.
I'm known for my excellent type. I've got time.
If only there was not an ECD in his hand. Oh, instant speed! I say instant, you say speed. Instant speed. Cry. We're leaving our Haunted Nightmare out because it's got 4 greater, so we get a draw off of the Nightmare. But I guess we don't because our girl Narset's on the field. Just playing his Elspeth into nothing.
Let me aid your research.
How many more minutes should we stay here, you guys? I mean, he can Timaeus his Narset back. This is really 4-color control. That's incredible. Oh, whoops. He already had Menace. I guess they both already had Menace. It's still sad. Raptor would have been a good play too, because he could have pumped our other Menace creature, right? By 3. It's some damage. Teferi's at 7. He's not even bouncing us, lol. And a Johnny. We are getting wild out on you guys. Why is this Johnny in the deck? Strictly for the life gain? No. He's got Uro. That's a win condition in on itself, right?
I know.
He milled some other stuff, right? Which he can just take back with his Tomeo, and then he can take his Tomeos back with his ECDs. I'm so sad. That is not good enough. Cry. Like, he's just gonna bring his Narset back is the thing. Like, we're so screwed. It's so bad. We should have sacked 2 to buff him up. Oops, we could have got a draw there. Secondary misplay. Because that's why we lost this game. Oh, man. I love when you gotta hit the sideways button to see the planeswalkers. Right? A little aggressive. Should start sacking them on your side of the field. He's assembled Exodius. Right? Oh my god. Necro Exodius, because Elspeth conquers death, it feels like. I hope he mills us. I hope he just holds 100% control and mills us. He's down to 15 cards in his deck, which is fun, right? So it's like, he's got to win. He needs to hit me for 9, which shouldn't be hard. Incredible. Even Uro should be able to hit us with it. Right? That's not... It's 2 attacks. It's 2 turns. There's no way he draws 14 cards in 2 turns. Just a baby Krasis. Awesome. $13 cards? Just when you thought he couldn't do it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hold it in our hand. The thing is, like... I don't know. I feel like he could just cycle his Tomeos. And still hit us for 1 turn as soon as he pulls a Krasis. He could also hit us if he played both of these Earls by like putting them... Like, he's got multiple ways to win. And here's the Krasis, I guess. I would still play the Uro. Right? Okay, here's the extra damage. When he casts non-spells. Non-creature spells. We had to see it out, right? We wanted to go to the very end. And see what he's able to do. He really likes just playing these Elspeths into nothing. I love it. I would have played Uro, man. Get that Uro out there. Bunch of life. 5 cards left in his library. This will deal damage to us here. He hits us for 2 more, and then next turn he's got lethal. More than lethal because Narset's Emblem. Please don't starve, Marty. Right, we're just playing our matches out lately. Trying to at least showcase the opponent's deck, if not our own, right? So you're getting more than just my dumb decks. This is a very intense deck, though, right? Every single card in this deck is rare. Ashok's uncommon. Narset's uncommon. But, you know. Welcome to Mythic Town. He didn't attack us with his Krasis, but the emblem should be enough just to kill us next turn. I'm literally letting him play out his deck, so I don't know why he would rope us. We're being polite. Oh, he's choosing who to discard. Cry. Aha, our Dreadhorde Butcher will help us win. Ah, down to 3 cards in his deck, you guys. That is the true sign of a good deck. Alright, you guys, this was our free-to-play Menace upgrade guide. Let me know what you thought of it. Are you interested in playing free-to-play Menace and using my archetypal pattern to upgrade it? I don't know what you want to call it. Oh no! We must restart. I liked it. It's pretty good. Obviously, it folds to control decks sometimes. It is what it is. You can do your best, but a Jeskai control deck just eats anybody alive, so I don't expect too much. It did outperform my expectations, especially once we made the edits. If you have any questions, suggestions, constructive criticisms, anything like that, join our Discord. That's the best way to get hold of me and my community. If you have, or looking for any advice or anything as well, right? We're live on Twitch every single morning, 6 a.m. PST. I'd love your company, and we have daily YouTube uploads. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend, hit the bell icon so you're notified of all of our future uploads. That's all for me today, you guys. I'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Most importantly, thank you for your continued support. I hope you all have a great day. Take care.